Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to today's live analysis. Sorry for the delay. I have been a bit occupied with other work. So, I think, so we are having sort of a gap up opening. Let me first start with that. We are opening around 42,731. And one of the days, I think yesterday was, one of the important days for me. And one of the favorite setups which I have is the double distribution. So what we have is overall from the context perspective, we were in a balancing range of 5 days. And yesterday we had a good break above the balance followed by a single print. So this single print indicates short covering. And what we now have is two distributions. So we have an upper distribution and we have a lower distribution. So as the price is opening above, right, so we do have a poor high, let it get repaired. And I'm looking for responsive, buying in the upper distribution. So if you see my cursor, this is the upper distribution and this is the lower distribution. So if the price sustains in the upper distribution, expect the price to go higher and tag the 43,000 level. Now, why am I saying 43,000 level is? So I'm just quickly looking at the options data. So the chart on the top is the open interest, and the chart at the bottom is the change in open interest. Okay. So if I just observe the open interest, so this gives me an idea in terms of where are the open positions. So what I mean by open positions is where people are interested to add more positions, and below is the one where they have added. So open interest is very helpful in terms of analyzing and gauging the inventory, so that's how I use it. So 43,000, so this is the level where about a good interest or a good activity is seen from the seller's perspective. So this is where a major orders are placed. At the moment it's 42,700, 42,800, 42,900. If you see the orders are reducing in a reduced manner. And as we are opening above 42,700, right, so the calls here, they are the ones who will be trapped, and they might be looking for a exit. So I'm expecting a responsive selling and let the price come at 42,700. So 42,700 is the first zone where I'm expecting some sort of bounce back. So first level is 42,700. This is that zone. And okay, I don't need a horizontal line, I need a horizontal ray. So this is the first level where I'm expecting a sort of a bounce back and a reversal. And the second level is where I'm expecting supply to again come in. So expect some supply at 42 at this particular level, and a major level is 42,800. Okay. So 42,700, 42,800, that's where a lot of call positions, open positions are there. And 42,500 is where an immediate support is already seen. So I'll just hide this data, and let me switch back to the market profile chart. Okay. So as we have a single print, this will act as a zone of responsive buying. So anything which comes at this particular level, you can expect some sort of buying, at this level. And if this continues, then the upper distribution will act as a supply zone, bottom distribution as a demand zone, and expect this entire range to be cleared. Okay. But overall, we did had so just to simplify things, we did had a good short covering rally, and I'm expecting for a continuation to the higher side, tagging the 43,000 level. So if I add the open interest numbers, right, so this is where a lot of positions and inventory is present. So 42,500 is the level of support, and we have got some put positions created here in terms of support, and major levels are 42,800 and 42,900. So if 42,800 sustains, then odds are higher that we might tag the 43,000 level. Okay. But overall, yes, everyone is in a bullish mode, but initially wait for this particular range to be broken and expect what happens the reaction at the previous day's high. Okay, and from the order flow perspective, we are having a sort of a good buying activity seen. This is that particular zone where the buying has happened, and 42,500 is the zone. So there were about 5k buyers who exited, or or things were bought. So these are nothing but the shorts who exited, right? And so 42. So today I'm expecting continuation to the higher side. Also today is Fin Nifty expiry, so let's see how the overall price develops. And 43,000 again is the zone, is the area to expect. And also if we go above, we are having a sort of a supply zone from 42,979 to 43,049. So this is where again supply would be again reloading. So these are the reload zones, and this is from that reload indicator, which I quoted. Okay. Yeah, and overall, yeah, so we are having short strapped. So this is nothing but the lower distribution. This box, what you see is nothing but this particular zone, the lower balance or the lower distribution, indicating that the supply is trapped, or the sellers are trapped here. Okay, so that's why I'm saying that any bounce back to this level, or to this particular single print, we would expect. So this entire zone, so from 42,473 to 42,522, this entire 22 plus 30 50 point range is where expect a sort of choppiness, and I would be looking for a buy, and then exiting with some good profits. Okay, so yes, so that's what I have in store today. Where is HDFC Bank opening? So HDFC is opening pretty flat now. That's a bit surprising. Yeah, so HDFC is opening within the prior range, but we do have the current open as the support zone. Yeah. So I'm expecting responsive selling now, looking at just the HDFC, because even though the price is going to open here, I'm looking for responsive selling. So the time is 9:14, and let's see where the price opens. Just jump back to this chart, close this. I'll take this chart here. Okay, so we are seeing responsive selling. Good responsive selling is happening, and 42,700 is where the supply is shutting off, and that is you can correlate that with the supply, or the balance, or not the balance, but the area of support. So that's where this is acting as the area of support. So let me just hit refresh this chart. Okay, I'll just close this, and price is opening at 42,678. So I'll look at 42,500 call and 42,900 put, and yeah, let's see. So the call already, the numbers are positive, so call is currently the ones of interest, and here also 42,700 is acting as the level of support. Supply is shutting off, and supply is getting absorbed. Still pretty initial, and now again the put is rising, but yeah, still pretty initial time. Just wait and watch. Let me just bring back my market profile chart. Okay, and let's look at the order flow numbers now. So this is acting as the level of support. I'm expecting, so 42,700 supply is still coming in. Okay, so now I'll be waiting and watching. At the moment, yeah, this is acting as the level of support now. Okay, this is also fine. Here the numbers are still gonna come up. Yeah, still initial times. And what's happening, the call is in negative, put is in positive. So put positions have been created, but 40 to 700. So I would avoid to short. I'm looking at, the supply is shutting off. So I'll be looking to take a long trade. That is nothing but 40 to 500 CE at 311 or 312. So this is the area of interest. The price has opened below it. Now it has started to fall. Let it fall. Let me just jump, because this is the support zone. So I would not exit unless and until this level is broken. This gets broken, I'll be just out. It is broken now. And now I'm just observing the reaction. Do we get, after breaking, do we get continuation, or is it bouncing back up? Because from the OI data, 40 to 700 is the level of support. 40 to 700 is here. And it is bouncing back. Up and down is happening. So I'm just observing this. Yeah, so I'll be exiting. So this trade would be a loss making trade. And the put one is the one, which is the one which is developing. So what has happened is the price reversed. Yeah, that's fine, because this is the opening trade. That's why I just avoid, and the days, or the days. Okay, I'll be looking for a long trade now, because structurally it looked below the M period low, and I'm looking for it to continue higher. So supply is exiting here. So you can take a long trade at 265 or 266. Nope, it's still failing. 265. But here it's still rising. Yeah, it is still rising. So 265. So already you might have got some 7-8 points. Exit with those 7-8 points. And the reason is 40 to 600. Yes, 40 to 600 is acting as the level of support. So just exit this trade. So this is my stop. This I will be adding it here. Okay. So some exhaustion seen from the supply, and now we are again going back up. 40 to 600 is acting as the level of support. Just hit refresh to this chart. Again, supply is coming in at this level. We are below the zero line, so supply is still coming in. Now I'm observing for continuation lower, but from structurally I'm seeing supply is shutting off here. Okay, why are my... So something is wrong with the VWAP chart. Here it is working fine. 40 to 800. 40 to 900. Okay. No, 40 to 900, the VWAP is not working. That is fine. So overall delta is negative. It is just chopping in this narrow range. So I'm not seeing any trade, but supply is shutting off at 4600. That's one of the area, and now I'll be looking to see 4700 as the level of resistance, because this is where a lot of call positions have been created. So I'll just remove this zone. Now I'll be looking to short, wait for this candle to close. If it closes below this line, so this should be your stop loss, and the target will be 4600 and 4540, and the next target will be 4500. So I think you can take a short trade keeping your stop loss at this level. So all the put positions which were there, right, so they have been cleared, and now a lot of call positions have been created. So 4700, this is the zone where a lot of call positions are currently being created. Yeah, so I'm just removing those two drawings, those two lines. In the meantime, if you have got any comments, just let me know. Okay, so the option is just chopping. So again, this SL would have been hit. And yeah, so here the VWAP has been tagged, a good position to take again a short trade. Yeah, so you can add one position now and another position at 4700, 42700, because this is gonna act as a level of resistance now. Okay, so I'm just observing, and I'm seeing supply is definitely coming in, and that is through the wick which is getting formed. So overall what has happened is we opened gap up, filled the gap, continued lower, the supply get exhausted at 4600, and now we are having a sort of a reversal. So the put positions which were there at 4800, they have shifted to 4700. So I'm actually looking at 4700 level. This is where I'm looking for supply to again come in. Okay, so if you see, we are just balancing in this 100-point range. That's fine. Some premium erosion is happening. So from the C perspective, we are seeing supply coming in. If I go to this chart, this is the same chart with with the T+1 and the other markings, and yeah, I'm looking for supply again to come in at 4700. So let's see. So will this go to 4700? Some sort of front running is happening. So we have got some sellers trapped lower, some buyers trapped above. So this is the resistance zone, this is the support zone. So we are going to chop from 46.87 to 42.641, 87 to 47. Yeah, this 40-point range we are just chopping around. Okay, so this candle high is 42.691, this candle high is 42.693. Yeah, so let's see, I'm looking at the reaction at 4700. This is the level of resistance. And here, yeah, we did had a rejection, and I'm looking for continuation to the lower side. Delta is slowly turning positive. This is that delta. Supply is coming in. Okay, so if you have entered short, book one target here. This will be first target, and move your stop loss, so that way you can manage your risk proper. Also, we are heading towards this trap supply or trap short. This will act as an immediate level of support. So I'm looking at this level and see whether it breaks or not. Yes, it is getting broken. This is also previous day's close, and we also have got previous week high. So 42.600 is also previous week high. That's the reason why the supply did shut off. Okay, so we are now, I'm seeing supply coming in, and here if you see, this massive fall has happened. So 329, yeah. So I'm looking for continuation to the lower end. Yeah, it's not happening. Wait for this level. So if you are in trade, wait for this level. This should be your stop loss. Yeah, and you should be out now, because what is happening is price should not go above this level. If it goes above, then we can have a short covering. If the price stays below this level, then I'm looking for continuation to tag this zone. This is that zone, and last is this is the major support zone. Yeah, but odds are higher that we will be having a short covering rally now compared to price developing lower, because structurally it did came. We should see continuation lower, but it failed. So it looked below and failed, and we are now developing higher. So that is what is telling me to exit the shorts, because right now 42.700 is resistance, 42.600 is support. So we are in this 100-point range. So let either the 600 be broken or either the 700 be broken. Now this is a choppy zone, and if you see, the supply meter is also telling me the same thing. We are in just a choppy zone. So wait for the direction clarity. Now the next trade plan is wait for 700 to be broken and go above, or wait for 600 to be broken and go below. So what's going to happen is it will look above. So as soon as it breaks, don't chase it. As soon as it breaks 700, look for a price to retrace below 700, and then if the price closes above it, then you can take a long trade, keeping your stop loss below the previous candle which was formed below 700. Similarly for 42.600, if the price immediately breaks 600, don't enter the put position. Wait for it to retrace and see whether we are getting continuation to the lower end or not. Okay, so this is a 100-point chop range. Just wait and watch. Yeah, because we are not taking this particular low, so this is the previous week high. Yeah, so that is 42,600. Failure to take out 42,600 should give you some hint. So this is called market generated information. Market or price reached this level, there was no continuation lower. So this is data point, or this is market generated information telling you that don't short here, take a long trade. Okay, so yeah, so that's the overall plan. Wait for this level to break. At retracement you can take a long trade. Wait for this level to break, and then at a retracement you can take a short trade. But for the moment, just wait. Or if you want to have that straddle strangle, you can sell ATM put call and buy OTM, and sell OTM call put, that way, because this is what currently the premium is getting adjusted. Okay, so 42,700 I'm seeing for next week's data, both call and put positions. So both straddle positions are created here. So this level is not going to be broken for now. But yeah, let's see. Okay, so the data is telling me that 42,700 is gonna hold. So it will be look above, fail, and continue lower. Okay, so I'll be on mute. Let's just observe this. Okay, so now 42,700 has been broken. So wait for this candle to close, because oh yes, there are some order flow numbers are telling me this was a short covering move. Supply is coming in. Okay, so I can take a long trade, keep my stop loss at 42,689. I can take a long trade here, because now the VWAP will be supporting. Yeah, the VWAP is supporting, and the short covering is happening now. Okay, so expecting good short covering now, and we have got some stops at 760, 766. Okay, we have got some unfinished auctions here. It will be getting cleared. I'm waiting for buyers to come in, and this, if you see this, right, 0 by 0, so this is that unfinished auction or a gap where the order has not been executed or transacted. So this I was using as a stop loss level below this level. So this was the level. Okay, so I'm waiting for buyers to come in, but the supply meter is telling me be caution, book your profits, because supply is coming in. So to the tick are these levels, they are helping me out. That's fine. And if I look at this range, so it has already broken this balance, and the next stop is 42,800 and 42,814. Okay, so we've broken this. Now I'm expecting continuation to the upside. Short covering is happening. We have taken the stops at 42,768 levels. So I'm just removing these two zones. The next target is 42,789 and 42,800. Okay, so we are seeing continuation higher. This is giving me an indication supply is definitely coming in, but I would avoid to take a short. And this is that unfinished auction, and it will act as an immediate support. Okay, so what we have is some trapped supply, but I'm not seeing big numbers coming in. Even though we had a short covering, there are no big numbers in terms of order or the print, which is getting developed. So just waiting and watching. You can just book your profits, because again supply is coming in at previous high, and yeah, I would be caution with the longs for now, and expect some sort of reversal at 42,700 in futures and 42,722 in spot. So 42,700 and 42,746. So this too will act as level of support. So let's see what happens, how the price develops. So if I look from the OI data, yes, this has clearly, so 42,700 is the immediate support now. This was a resistance which turned into support. Price is slowly coming down. So wait for 42,700 as the area of support, and also this level. Yeah, so that's where some bounce back is seen currently. Okay, so thank you, and I'll see you again tomorrow. So what we are seeing is continuation to the upside, 42,700 as support, and look for continuation till 43,000 level is tagged, because this is the zone where a lot of supply is already present in terms of liquidity. Okay, so thank you once again, and